Yeah, man. I gotta do this video. Just like my boy Tupac said, trust nobody in the game. Trust nobody who surrounds you, who's near you, who wants to pretend to be your friend, who wants to pretend to be your homie, who wants to be your road dog. Don't trust nobody. You understand? Because once you start trusting people, you start to meet little wannabe gangsters like this dude you see right here. I don't know what this gay agenda in hip-hop is doing, but that's why I named this video Real Niggas versus Fake Niggas. Because there's a lot of motherfuckers nowadays that like to scream that real nigga shit, but it's they goons doing their jobs. And it leaves us saying this. Exactly. It leaves us saying, and the reason why we say damn is because the culturistics of hip-hop have changed so fucking much to a fucking point that we, as hip-hoppers, as people that love hip-hop, just don't understand what these young cats and these CEO celebrities and, CEOs are doing to our fucking hip-hop culture. It just makes us want to look at your motherfucking bitch ass like an old Wu-Tang Chinese man and be like, motherfucker, we ready to go to war. We ready to die about this shit. You making us look real bad in this fucking industry. At one point, we was fighting for our peoples, communities, our elders, police brutality, stopping police, you know what I'm saying, from doing what we need to do. Because they were afraid of us being the main niggas and the gods and kings that Tupac was talking about. Just like you see in this picture. That's what niggas do. We just ain't gonna sit around and just wait for the government and the system to help us, to give us education, to give us schools, to give us jobs, to make us better people. We gotta go out there and go get it. Just like Malcolm X said. You cannot do this in the penitentiary. You cannot do this in court. You cannot do this through the law. You cannot do this through the system. So you have to do it on the outside. You have to put your way in a very dangerous spot. And in a very, very, very isolated world where nobody gives a fuck about you and nobody loves you. So when you separate real with fake, what do you get? You get a lot of bullshit. You get a lot of motherfucking confusion. And that's why the young youth today is so confused and don't understand what's going on. See, if you take back 25, 30 years in hip-hop to what it is today, these youngsters will be just like this picture. I remember when hood niggas used to have a good day and used to look eye to eye and said, that's a real ass nigga right there. You don't understand what I'm saying? This nigga's rapping for the hood. He's rapping for the communities. He's rapping about police brutality. He's rapping about what the law does to us so-called minorities, niggas, drug dealers, etc., etc. But you see, now the industry has gotten to the point that it's all about the what? It's all about making the money. It's all about the money. It's not about caring about your career, about your success, about what you done been through, of what you need to do to become an entrepreneur, or become a big success so you can help your brothers and your sisters. You know what I'm saying? You can bounce your brothers and sisters to becoming doctors and lawyers, and fucking judges, assistants of, doing surgery and so much more. But it's the cream that got these youngsters so obsessed with becoming famous and becoming superstars that they don't understand that there's a big circumstance that you have to face when you are dealing with these type of fucking individuals. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you take the game back 25 to 30 years, there's a big dramatic difference. You know what I'm saying? It don't have you saying, what? What the fuck? What? You know what I'm saying? Police asking you all type of questions. The elites, the Illuminati, the law. They just want to know your every motherfucking day activity, what you do. And they want you to spend the money with the same people who are giving you that big check. They don't want you to go spend it on the poor, on the so-called, low minority class or poverty. They don't want you to cherish it with your family, your brothers and your sisters. They want you to buy houses. They want you to buy Rolexes. And at the ending of the day, they want you dead, just like this. They want you dead. They want you shot up. They want you to be a memory. Oh, yeah, that was just another nigga, you know what I'm saying, that came. He was a product of the environment. And now he's just another dead nigga. That's how they see it. So when you separate the real from the motherfucking fake, you will see a big difference. You see, the fake will only expose what they don't want you to really know. They will tell you lies. They will be manipulated by the motherfuckers who control them. That's why when you sign with the industry and you write your name in blood, you can't even be with your family. So I agree with this quote. A man that doesn't spend time with his family is never to be a real man. And I fucking agree with that. Because now you care more about the money. You care more about your fame. You care more about groupies and bitches and hoes and thoughts and motherfucking enemies that you don't see yourself surrounded by positive people, by good people. All you see is evilness. All you see is disrespect. All you seeing is people asking you for sex and want to do homosexual shit and do devilish rituals and all types of shit. And you have to be a strong person to be able to deal with this type of shit. And since the old school had more strength and more power to not be disrespected in that way, it was harder for the industry and the CEOs to control men like Tupac. You know what I'm saying? And even though back then hip-hop was more concentrated on brothers and sisters, you still had to keep your head up. You still had to watch out for the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, the elites, the police, the law, the system, and even the government. You understand what I'm saying? Just because the laws are written, it doesn't mean that they can break these laws. So what they did when Biggie was assassinated and Tupac was taken out the picture, they turned real hip-hop into fake hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? They made these rappers grab drug dealers' real names and drug dealers who went through that life before and made them portray a life that they never lived, a life that they never was in, and also proclaim that they were selling keys and drugs and, you know what I'm saying, having women to prostitutions. There's only several little motherfuckers in the game today that understand what it is to be in the hood, what it is to lose friends, what it is to, you know what I'm saying, having to sell drugs and seeing brothers and sisters fucking dying and being killed by their own brothers and sisters and also by the police, and also see their families being incarcerated for 30, 40, 50, 60 years, even life, double life, even death. You understand what I'm saying? So the elites, what they do, they give you whatever you want. But once you start talking about them, like Tupac you see here doing, which was one of his last interviews, he will break down to you how the government, the Catholics, the Christians, and everybody that plays a part in this industry and that is owned by the fucking Illuminati and these fucking elites and the system will do to you if you don't follow rules and orders. But you see, Tupac wasn't afraid of that. Tupac wasn't afraid of death. Tupac was just more concerned about the future of our kids, the future of our fucking niggas, and how it was going to be if the brain wasn't sparked to lead our kids into a better fucking, you know, as in better education, better teaching, a better higher learning, better education, better schools. You know what I'm saying? Where moms and fathers could get a better job, where they could create their lands and they can help others that are less unfortunate and don't have families. You understand what I'm saying? Because Tupac wasn't racist at all. Tupac had this leadership that he defended every culture, every leader, and everybody that stood up for something and wanted to make a change, a better change on top of that. But you see, they wanted to fuck my nigga over because they knew he was powerful. They knew that he had a a grip hold on the hip-hop industry. And the elites and the system said, no, this brother is speaking too much of the truth. This brother is waking up people. He's waking up fucking law officials. He's fucking talking to Congress. He's talking to Democrats. He's talking to Republicans. He's talking to elites. He's talking to assassins that we hired from the FBI. And he knows what time it is because his family already went through this. And now COINTELPRO is putting the pressure on him like they did to Geronimo Pratt, God bless his soul, like they did to Peter Pratt. And like they did to, Mama Charlotte and Assata Shakur and Afeni Shakur and all the death row inmates, just like motherfucking Frank Alexander, God bless his soul, and everybody that was in the entourage of death row. But before death row even came into play, you got to remember the Black Panther Party and the Black Nation Power Party, they were already targeted miserably by the motherfucking Illuminati and COINTELPRO and Freemason and the CIA and the FBI. So you see, Tupac understood that he had to get away. Like I always say in my videos, he had to get away. He had to make a statement. He had to, serve his purpose, do what he had to do, and get away by faking his own death. But you see, when Biggie was assassinated and Tupac had to fake his death, it opened brand new doors for this fake hip-hop that we so-called hip-hop today. I don't even call it that. I don't even know what the fuck to call it. It is so gayish and so disrespectful how this hip-hop is today. Do you understand what I'm saying? You can't even call this music. You can't even call this making sense. You can't even call this with a straight content because it doesn't exist. It is surrounded by rich motherfuckers that all they want you to do is just act a fool, kill your brothers, go to jail, end up in prison, waste your money on them, waste your money on jewelry, waste your money on homes, go to other countries and buy they fucking shit so they can get richer. But then again, you got artists like Ice Cube that understood who Tupac was. You understand what I'm saying? And he had the utmost greatest respect for Tupac, just like Tupac had the utmost greatest respect for Ice Cube. You understand? If you was to ask Tupac who was one of his favorite rappers, he would tell you it was Ice Cube. Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying? Before I was in the game, he was in the game. So I gotta pay my respect to the first rappers that were here before me. So big ups to my nigga Ice Cube. Real nigga right there. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You feel me? But right now in the game, motherfuckers are so smoked out that they don't even understand the drastic measures that they're taking. And it's leading you to fall because you're believing that you're making it. But you're not looking at the contract because they're giving you a little bit of here, a little bit of there. Oh, go get a car, go get a house, go get this. But do you know that 85% of your contract is going to them? All your fucking advertisement, all your promotions, and all the shit that you got on side deals, they're the ones making it for you. Snoop Dogg knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Because when Tupac reached death row, Snoop Dogg was pushed to the side. Because Tupac took over death row. Like, you know when a motherfucking bad woman shows up in the club and she's the baddest thing in the club and everybody just forget the chick that they were fucking with and they just put their eyes on that main chick? Well, that's what Tupac did to death row. He was the main attraction in death row until he faked his death. Most like Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg and others, it was like, bye Felicia, take your stinking ass somewhere. We don't need you. We got Pop. We got the realest nigga. We got the rawest nigga. Death Row has the rawest motherfucker to date on the planet. Even though his life was in danger. But Suge Knight knew the power that Tupac had in his lyrics and in his music, and especially being a revolutionary brother. And having the Black Panthers, oh Lord. And now when you see this new called hip hop and this new so-called R&B, don't get me wrong, I like Chris Brown music, but they fucking the young nigga life up. Supposedly what he did to Rihanna and everything that he has been accumulated for, you know what I'm saying, for extra charges and not being a gang member And you know, saying that he has goons, and then the situation with funny ass Soldier Bitch, cause I can't stand that dude. That was a Soldier Bitch. That bitch soft as fuck. But you see, everybody in the industry want to be not an Easy E or a Tupac. They just want to lay back and think that everything is fucking cool and gravy. Like they were picking up a nickel sack or a half an ounce. Nah, nigga, it's not like that, bruh. You gotta pay the cost to be the motherfucking boss. And especially when you come from the hood, when you come from nothing and you built nothing to make hundreds of millions of dollars to create your craft and be where you want to be at in life. But then you got motherfuckers that want to take it from you. That's why, just like Hobson, my brother went independently. My brother produced his shit independently. He marketed his shit independently. He advertised his shit independently. He made his beats independently. And he writes his own music independently. He does not rely on the record company and the record entertainment label. He relies on himself. He was fucked already twice by Eazy-E's wife and also by the Funk Volume brother of one of the boys who he did the group with, but now he got his own shit. Just like this great legend you see right here. This great legend right here was being played by Bad Boys and was also being played by Puff Daddy. He wanted to build his own entrepreneurship, you know what I'm saying, by doing his own record label. And plus, he was Puff Daddy's fucking manager. And, you know, he was the one that was schooling Puff Daddy on how to rap. And it just got to the point that he got assassinated because the real wasn't supported. You understand what I'm saying? That's why Tupac always say support the real, man. Don't support the fake. Don't support the phony. Don't support the motherfuckers that want to bring you down. Support the brothers and sisters that want to see you up there, and you want to see them up there. You want to see them be entrepreneurs and be powerful and be legends at their own craft. You know what I'm saying? So we can all come together. And when the law and the system comes to fucking try to get at us and kill us, we have each other's backs. But no, the industry has been turned around to some other fuckery. It's all about money. It's all about what you can get if you're the chosen one. And if you're the chosen one, guess what happens? You definitely have to do what LeBron James does, what Drake does, what faggot Puff Daddy does, and so many others do. Do not get it twisted, my boys. Chance the Rapper can tell you, because he's trying to do something, but they holding him back. Real shit. And then this legendary rapper, Eminem. To me, this is the baddest rapper today alive. Hands down. There's nobody that comes close to this brother when it comes to rapping. The closest is K Rhino, Hobson, Immortal Technique, and what's my other boy's name, man? There's one more that I forgot. David Antanola. Yep, Mr. David Antanola. And there's a lot of other underground rappers that don't get the respect that they deserve. But you see this young man right there, Eminem and Kendrick Lamar, these are sensational rappers that will be the future. They will be the face of fucking this so-called brand new hip-hop that we got today. And if you really think about it, what more drastic measures are they gonna make these brothers go through? Eminem got a song that's called 25 to Life, talking about marrying the game in Illuminati and the devil for 25 years. And he said it's time to let go. As you can see, Eminem ended up having to get detox and having to have to go to rehab and all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? He almost died on his daughter. He almost died on his fans, just like Proof ended up getting killed. And it goes on and on. You understand what I'm saying? Look, man, when you're talking about this industry, you're entering one of the most dangerous games in your motherfucking life. That's Kid Capri right there, you feel me? That's another great rapper right there, but they got him on a hold. Now, this brother right here is Mr. Six, look at me, Mr. Tech 9. I've been following Tech 9 for years. They call Tech 9 a satanic, devilish rapper because he paints his face like kings used to do back in the days and back in the Egyptian days. And he talks about a lot of the things that is going on surrounding the Illuminati world. You know what I'm saying? And even though he used to be who he used to be back in the days, the brother can motherfucking rap. The brother can sing. The brother can put music together. He's one of the fastest rappers today and one of the most uniquest rappers today. Now, these are my young brothers right here. My young brothers right here, they don't care about dying. They don't care about pulling out a gun and shooting their own brother. As long as they making money, they living the life, and they fucking women, and they taking care of they niggas, I guess, that's all they care about. But you see, when that motherfucking moment comes to them, that they gonna get blasted and killed, that's when they start to flashback their life and say, shit. Just like this young man you see right here, Usher. Usher has been in various gay fucking rituals, especially with Puff Daddy and other people. Yes, Mr. Puff Daddy has already boy scouted this young man several times, especially when he was 10, 11, and 12, and 13, and so on. Yes, Puff Daddy is one sick motherfucker. He's a sick individual. He needs to seek help from God. Real talk. You see, that's my brother Pimp C right there. May God bless his soul. This is a brother that was talking about the motherfucking Illuminati. He was talking about the government. He was talking about the society, you know, within the system. He was talking about how they treated the environment of poor, of so-called the low minority, and how they were doing ghettos and how they were doing hoods. You know what I'm saying? And it just got to a point that they wanted to keep him silent. So once they planned his death and they killed him and said that it was an overdose sipping on scissor, which was bullshit, because this man looked healthier than a motherfucker. He was in good fucking spirit. He was making money. He was doing good, just like this man right here, Mr. 50 Cent. When he first came in the game, he thought he was going to regulate it and rule it forever. That's why he did this video and he called himself, I'm a PIMP. But what he didn't realize, that all this was going to come with consequences and repercussions and rituals that you have to do for Illuminati. This brother right here, I don't even know what to say. I don't know. Lil Wayne is lost. He doesn't know anything about the Black Lives Matters, the Black Lives Movement, police brutality. All he knows is that everyone that he surrounds himself with ain't racist, but they are racist. And if he thinks they don't look at him in some shape, way, or form in a racist way, well, brother, you are absolutely wrong. Because they look at you like that. Remember, just like this clown right here, you're black. And if you're black in the United States of America, you will always be profiled. You will always be stereotyped. You will always be seen with capitalism, racism, and unfucking favoritism. And the reason why is because you're not the color of choice. You're not the color that they are picking. You're the color that they're depicting from being within the elites itself. So you know what they do so they won't get their hands dirty? They get people like Puff Daddy to get their hands dirty. They get other artists and rappers and other CEOs and people that want to make money to get their hands dirty. You see, because if they get their hands dirty, then they're going to be put in the court of law and they're going to be brought to justice. So you see, outsmart them. Let's give them as much money that they want. Let's give them everything that they need. And all we got to do is just sit back and look what we're going to do to them. Just like my nigga Meek Mills. What they haven't done to Meek Mills. And he even got a judge that try to fuck them. The system is just as fucked up as the fucking industry. They try to fuck my nigga more than 3 or 4 times and they still trying to get him. You see, I'm going to tell you, son, I remember Andre 3000 from back in the days. I remember Andre 3000 when he used to dress gangsterly. When he used to southern playalistic Cadillac funky music. When he used to me and you and your cousin too. When he used to do things that gangsters love. But you know what really got them? That money. That money separated them. That money made them just as, just as elite as everybody that's within the industry today. And I'm talking about Future. I'm talking about Young Thug. I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, Kodak Black. I'm talking about Kevin Gates. I'm talking about NBA Youngboy. I'm talking about all these fucking artists that you see today. They all gotta play the game. They all gotta play the gimmick. They all gotta go with the ritual. This is one of the biggest rituals, puppets that you'll ever see. This man has declared that he is bisexual. He declares that he likes men. He declares also that he lives by a code. And if that code is to do ritual and gay shit to make his money, that's what the fuck he's gonna do. That's why Drake is gone from him. Nicki is not #1 anymore. And motherfucking Lil Wayne disappeared from Cash Money, even though he signed it with Universal Records. Do I see them working together again? Of course I see them working together again. Even Waka Flocka explains a lot of the dirty shit that's happening in today's game. You see, back then it was very different. Back then it was very motherfucking... It was more understandable to understand these tricks from these manipulators and these CEOs and these corporations, what they were trying to do to the artists. You see, but now it's just so easy for you to fall off. Now all you gotta do is just suck a CEO's dick like Babies or anybody else's who's big in the game, and you in there, and you getting a contract, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, shit to that motherfucking extent. But you see, this is the man that is ruling the game today. This is the man that has the game going crazy today. This man is doing things in the game and breaking records that you will not believe. This man right here, he stole the name from an actual real drug dealer named Ricky Rose. The real Freeway Ricky Rose Ross. This man used to make what, $1 to $5 million every day in the 80s. The man had a huge empire at the crack epidemic. But as you can see, the real Ricky Rose sued this Rick Ross and he lost the motherfucking case. How? I don't know. But if you can take a real drug dealer's name and use it to your aspect and lie that Pablo Escobar owed you favors, a million favors, then how corrupted can the game be? Just like this fool right here. The creator, whatever his name is, fucking Hobson gutted him. Hobson murdered him. Hobson put him in a stage where he never wanted to see defeat at. But that's what happens. But that's what happens when you mess with real fucking hip-hoppers, when you mess with real motherfuckers that really do music for real from their heart and soul. You understand what I'm saying? And Waka Flocka will be the first one to tell you, I can't rap for shit. But you know what? His family already came from music, so he already know the music business, you understand? So if he wants to bounce off from one place to another, he can do that because he understands the motherfucking business of music. This is Chief Keef. A lot of people say that Chief Keef is a motherfucking curse. Why do they say that Chief Keef is a curse? Because he a gangster, because he's young and he got all type of artillery, and because a lot of motherfuckers want to kill him. I'm gonna tell you like this: you become your own environment to your own product as you exceed it to be. Just like Gucci Mane. This is the Gucci Mane that I knew once. The big Gucci Mane. The big Gucci Mane that was trying Young Jeezy, that said, motherfucker, you want to set niggas to kill me? And he was already, you know, in a lot of trouble with the law. And, you know, he beat the case of the niggas running up in the crib, and he shot the niggas up in self-defense. So that was a big win for him. But you see, you also got, you know, clowns like this dude right here and Floyd Mayweather that also sponsor to the stupidness that is going on within the Hollywood game, the Hollywood industry, and even the hip-hop industry today. You understand what I'm saying? It's not only just blacks and Latins now. Now, what they're doing is they're mixing the rituals of music. You got Korean fucking rappers. You got Chinese rappers. You got more white rappers than ever. You got Russian rappers. You got German rappers. You got Mexican rappers, but you've been had Mexican rappers. You have Indian rappers. You have Brazilian rappers, Panamanian rappers, Venezuelan rappers. Now the game is just not one culture. Because I remember back in the 78, 79, and all 80s through, it was mostly, you know, a black culture of motherfucking hip-hop artists that, you know, sang that rap music. But you see, these hungry money scavenger vultures. Yes, these are the money-hungry scavenging vultures that prey on the innocent, that prey on the ones that don't know about the industry and don't understand what the industry and contracts are all about. You understand the percentage of what a real artist is supposed to make by his work, his writing, and if he produced it and edited, and if he did mostly of the major work, yeah, they give you a percentage, but that copyright belongs to them. And when that copyright belongs to them, there's nothing that you can do to stop it. So that means they can pay you $500,000. But if your motherfucking song makes $5 million, you fucked. They keep all that. So if you sold 5 million albums, but you was paid $500,000, that's all you getting, bro. So now, to every project that you move to and every project that you do, they're gonna scam you. Because remember, you gave them the 85 to 90%. And remember, they see everything you do. They know everything you do. They watch everything you do. You cannot be in peace. Once you sell your soul to these marketing bastards and these executive bastards and these corporation bastards, you belong to them in every aspect, in every way, shape, fucking form that you can think of. You see what I'm saying? So while you busting your ass and your life is in danger and you got beef with 700,000 motherfuckers, they're making money, living a good life. And this is one thing that you have to do when you join the big elites, when you are chosen, when you are a part of this fucking, agenda. You have to become gay. You have to learn how to have sex with another man. You have to learn how to suck dick or get fucked in the ass. That's just a risk you're gonna have to take. Because if you don't take that risk, guess what happens to you? You get kicked out. They call you a piece of shit. Why? Because you're not respecting their rituals. You're not respecting the contract that they made you sign. And again, these are the bastards that want to make sure that your child is controlled. They want to control your child in every aspect. They want to control your every way of being in life. What you buy, what you wear, how you think, how you feel, how you manifest day-to-day living. If they can program that, why you think they bringing out chips and shit that they can attach to your brain or they can attach to your finger? You can punch in at work. And basically, they can watch you on Facebook. They can watch you on Instagram. This is how these corrupted fucking corporations make their money. This is how they make their fortune. They eat off of you. They feed off your soul. So while they're making their percentages by doing the hookups, they're taking more of your percentages and your money and your royalties that you think that they're supposed to take, but they're not supposed to take it. Do you understand? So watch these motherfuckers if you in the game. Now this brother right here, I remember one time, he stood up and he spoke very highly of police and the shit that used to go down. But when he got caught up with all them guns and his homeboy Phil died, Big Phil, he did the video with Justin Timberlake and he put his hand inside of his jacket. And when you show that type of symbol, that means that you are new to the Illuminati. That means you have become one of them. You have become one of their puppets. You see, the Illuminati and the fucking corporations are smart. Okay, let them do their gang shit. Let them buy all the guns they want. Let them do whatever they want. Let them kill each other. But once they commit a murder and once they commit any type of fucking crime, we're going to destroy their life, their reputation, and what the fuck they stand for. Believe me, homie. It's one of my favorite gangsters in Chicago. Rest in peace, Fredro Starr. So fucking young. Dead. A rapper. Very well respected in the hood. A lot of dudes fear this man, but there was a lot of dudes that wanted to take him out as well. And finally, his enemies caught up to him, and they shot him, I think, coming out of his house. Yep. That brother was scary. And I mean scary, people feared him. But you see, the industry ain't feared him. The people that wanted him dead ain't feared him. So they set it up with the help of incorporated corporations. And they killed this man. Simple as it fucking is. No doubt about it. Then you got my nigga Eazy-E. Eazy-E was a great example of what brothers and sisters went through in the hood. NWA, express yourself. Fuck the police. 100 miles of running. Too hard motherfuckers. And, you know, nobody move, nobody get burnt. Bone Thugs and Harmony. Dr. Dre. Ice Cube. God bless his soul. Rest in peace, my brother, for real, man. That's my nigga Lil Bootsy, one of my favorite rappers. And the reason why I say he was one of my favorite rappers was because Bootsy was real about them streets. He's still real about them streets. But he had to fix his code up. He had to dress up. He had to put tuxedos and suits and shit. They said that he even turned to the Illuminati because they were going to give him 8 consecutive life sentences. But to me, Little Bootsy never snitched. He kept his G up, he kept his G code, and he did his time till he was let out. You cannot even frown at the brother. You see how my dog right here is looking saying, it can't be. Hell no. For real? Well, yep, Andre is real. The brother, 8 charges of murder were dropped. Believe it. You see, for those of you who don't know, just relax, chill, have a little sippy cup of tea. You know, like the teacup party, when they want to destroy young brothers, how they sit down and they manipulate how they're going to do it, when they're going to do it, and how the fuck they're going to plan they plan so they could take out the fucking target. So sit down and have yourself a little cup of tea and reminisce and how your brothers and your sisters, just like my brothers and sisters, are being taken for a fool in this industry. Think about it. Now, I remember back then reefer was bad. You couldn't even come out with a reefer in the motherfucking video. Now, reefer is everywhere. It's turned to be a business as well. Snoop Dogg has businesses. Wiz Khalifa has businesses. Fucking veterans got businesses. People with licensing businesses have marijuana, cannabis businesses now. Why? Because the law in the industry got together to make more money. You see, and every artist that is not a real famous artist, they're sitting there just like Leonardo DiCaprio. Damn, is this my moment to win a fucking Oscar? Because he's been waiting for multiple years to win an Oscar, but he never won an Oscar till that moment right there. That's how young niggas feel when they in the motherfucking streets. When it's my time to shine, when it's my time to make money, when the fuck am I gonna blow it? I know I'm raw. You see, that was Ice Cube with Cypress Hill. That was when Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying, he was in his game mode, when he was really in his motherfucking, in his feelings about what was going on in the hoods, what was going on in the community, what was going on with the police, what was going on with the system. And he also had beef with a lot of artists and a lot of record labels. This is the movie coming straight out of Compton. That's his son right there to my far right with the big chain. That's Eazy-E playing, you know, as Eazy-E. And the dude in the back, I think he's playing, what's his face? Dead Face, I think it is, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot his name. Or MC Ram. MC Ram, I think that's his name, yeah. But this is a life that they really live. This is really what's going on at the time where NWA was out. And as you can see, before my nigga Eazy-E passed away, he met Tupac, Stretch, you know, like the East Coast and West Coast. They were really cool with each other. And there ain't no such thing in this East Coast and West Coast shit. The media and the paparazzi and fucking Puff Daddy and Snoop Dogg made it that East Coast and West Coast shit. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why it's a lot of hypocrisy right now in this fucking industry, because they put mad confusion. And you see, Eazy-E, at that time, he was at the prime of his career. You know, that's when he had beef with Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, when they departed, when he had beef with Suge Knight and the whole 9 yards. And if you see in the movie, when supposedly Dr. Dre was supposed to, Eazy-E was to meet up with Dr. Dre. It was Suge Knight that tricked him. And what happened? He got his motherfucking ass whooped. I mean, they beat the shit out of his ass. And at the ending of the day, that's how he left his folks. That's how he left his family. That's how he left his boys. Why? Because my nigga died of full-blown AIDS. How in the fuck? Ask Suge Knight. He's the one that knows. He's the one that make the fucking jokes out of it. And now a lot of people gotta live with the fact that Eazy-E died too soon. So now we just gotta turn our backs and close the doors? No. Fuck that. Just like my nigga Ice Cube say, fuck that shit. There's no way in hell that we just gonna close the motherfucking doors. There has to be truth into what the fuck is going on. There has to be some setup that happened that my dog got manipulated and killed for him to die so gruesome and so ugly and so fucking fast. And that's real talk. The game is fucked up, y'all. See, this is a man right here. Like I said before, when he first came out, anger, range, perspectives, logicalness. He understood what the system was all about. And still to this day, he understands what the system and the government and the Illuminati are all about. But now he's a member. He has become a part of them. He has become a true member. And that's why he's well taken care of. You see, just like this next great sensational brother who was so manipulated by the motherfucking industry. And that's why Michael Jackson wanted to scream. Because Michael Jackson was convicted of so many child pornography, child abuse, rape. And they said that he paid over $200 million to family just to keep him on the hush. That's crazy. That's bananas. And who created this? His father, Joe Jackson, who just died recently. Burn in hell, motherfucker. It's just what it is, man. It's real out here. But this is one brother who I feel bad for. I feel bad for Lil Wayne. And the reason why I feel bad for Lil Wayne is because, man, this brother's having sieges back to back to back. This brother's falling out. You already know he had to fall out with Baby. Baby doesn't want to release his 5th fucking album, Carter 5, which soon is about to come out. So you know what, man? There's a lot of bad shit going on in the game. And the reason why they doing that is because they know that Lil Wayne wanted to leave Cash Money. You see, and these are some of the stars that we have today in today's music business. And most of them just look crazy. Most of them look fucking weird as fuck. Most of them will now look as your favorite artist from back in the days. You understand what I'm saying? You got some evil motherfuckers. You got some pedo motherfuckers. You got some sick motherfuckers. You got the majority are gay motherfuckers. And the list goes on and on and on and on and on. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's why I'm telling you, do not let this industry fool you. This industry will take you for a clown. Will take you for the longest joyride of your life. Look at this man right here, one of my favorite rappers. This is one of my favorite rappers of all time. It's Young Buck. This man cried to 50 Cent like a man, like a real G. And 50 Cent put him out there like a bitch and whatever. And then out of nowhere, these brothers come back to team up and say sorry to each other like that. I could never forgive 50 Cent if he ever did that shit to me. But that's just what it is, man. You see, like this young brother right here, this young brother is losing everything. He's going bankrupt. He just had to return his car because they told this shit. And then there's another big fucking fine that he owns in one of his other houses. The brother never read his contract. He never read his payments. And now the brother's about to go broke. The brother's about to go homeless. But he thought that he was going to be on top forever. That's what I'm telling you about this industry. They take 85% out of your hard work because they just don't give a fuck. You see, just like my dog right here said, can you dig it? Can you dig the clan? Can you dig it? Chef. Yeah. Can you dig it? I don't think most motherfucking people can dig it right now. I don't think most people can see what's really going on. I don't really think a lot of people understand the real reason and the cause for the industry to do what they doing. Look at Lloyd Banks. He just ended up leaving G Unit. You understand what I'm saying? 50 Cent is not making the type of money he was to be able to pay his artists no more. So that's one of the biggest reasons why 50 Cent is not having a problem of letting go of some of the artists that want to leave. You understand? And they already said that 50 Cent is a Fed man. You know, that he is a snitch for the feds. He's an informant. You know what I mean? And then this dude right here, I'm going to tell you about this dude right here. This dude one time came out and say all he does is man code and G code shit. Come to find out, a couple of weeks later after that interview, the brother came out with a purple dress looking like Michelle Obama, talking about, hey, how y'all doing, with a fucking weave on. Do you understand? Come on, bro. Once you are a part of these motherfuckers, you have to do what the fuck they tell you to do. Because if you don't do it, you a marked man just like Cat Williams was for a while. So stop playing that significant bullshit. See, like these brothers right here. If you don't follow rules, if you don't follow orders, you're gonna get yours. No matter if you're white, no matter if you're black, no matter if you're from the islands, especially this clown that I'm about to show you. This man right here killed himself. They used him, they abused him. And basically he lost all street cred. Who robbed him? His own niggas. That's all I gotta say about that clown. You see, the industry looks just like this man right now. The industry mocks you just like this man is in this picture. They laugh at you just like this man in this picture. They disrespect you just like this man in this picture. You know why? Because to them, you're the dumbest motherfucker in the world. You don't know business. You don't know about marketing. You don't know about promotions and advertisement. So they're going to take advantage of you and they're going to leave you looking just like that. This young brother right here, it's different. See, this brother knows what it is to come from a Latin culture and a black culture at the same time. He understands what it is to eat arroz con gandules or arroz con pollo, and he understands what's to eat Muslim food and being able to represent what religion, but don't represent the next religion the way he represents for the first religion because he was born in two different religions, you know, besides his mom and father. But at the same time, it's these fools like this brother you see right here, that makes the game and makes real niggas look bad. Because all besides joke, all to the side, this is a good brother. If he takes off them tattoos, them goals, and paints and fucking dyes his hair back to his main color, that's a humble brother. But he wanted to play gangster, so they did him gangster. That's just the way life is, bro. Again, back to Kevin Gates. This is a brother that grew up in the hood, a brother that understands the wins and the losses in the hoods. You know what I'm saying? I know first growing up, he took a lot of losses to get to where he got to, but he was able to manage himself out of there, and he was able to become and to have his own craft and to be a legend at his own craft. You understand what I'm saying? But at the same time, he has to be careful because sooner or later, you are going to be the Illuminati's target, my friend. Don't you ever forget that, big dog. Just like this man right here, you know what I'm saying? The Illuminati already got his hands wrapped around him. The fucking system already got his hands wrapped around him. So whatever he opposes to do, whatever he wants to do, he has to do it with the permission and with the authority of the motherfuckers that are giving him all the money that he has. Do not get it twisted, people. All of these artists have to go to a fucking boss that is way greater, higher than them, and have to do what the fuck this boss and CEO tells them to do. They can refuse it, but if they refuse it, then they start to disrespect your motherfucking reputation, who you are as a man, who you are as a gangster, or who you are just as a regular person or a regular man. Believe me, they do not want to see you do good. They do not want to see you stable. They do not want to see you raise a family and build a family and congregate to a family and help others, brothers, sisters, cousins. You know what I'm saying? And build your own entourage and your own army. You know why? Because they're scared. This young man right here is Kevin Gates' homeboy. The young brother's making a lot of money. As you can see, he's wearing a bulletproof vest. Why? And the reason is there's a lot of people that want to kill him. There's a lot of niggas he got beef with, but at the same time, he already understands that he signed his life to the fucking devil and to the fucking Illuminati. So he also has become a puppet to them. So whatever they tell him to do, he has to do it. But this is the number one puppet of them all. Yes, this man you see right here. This is the number one money maker in the hip-hop industry today. This is the powerhouse. This is the... Oh, if he does something wrong, we just gonna push it to the side because he's that damn glamorous and he's that damn special and he's that damn raw. But behind the scenes, he gotta suck dick to make the money that he's doing. Don't get it twisted, y'all. You see, this is NBA again, you know what I'm saying, chilling with his son, throwing money around. You see, it's all good and dandy when you start making that money. But when the elites tell you gotta sacrifice something, what the fuck are you gonna sacrifice? You're gonna have to sacrifice one of your family? You're gonna have to sacrifice one of your homeboys? Or you're gonna have to sacrifice yourself? Which direction are you going? The next person that is coming up is a prime example of what I just said. It's a damn shame. Yep, this brother right here. This brother has lost his motherfucking mind. But he also got points in what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? About the government, about the system. But he also said it. I regret the day my mom went to go get breast surgery because I sacrificed my mother for the money and the fame that I have today to the Illuminati. It came out of his motherfucking mouth. And you see, it's all about the dollar bill, y'all. It doesn't change. Nothing will change. Nothing will expand to a different category where we can say, damn, we have hip-hop back to what hip-hop used to be. No, it would never be what it used to be. It's all about the dollar bill. You can't bring in millions. You can't bring in billions. Man, get the fuck out of my face because we don't need you. You ain't the chosen one. Rest in peace to my nigga, Old Dirty Bastard. That's my nigga right there, man. I miss my nigga so much, man. And he was also terrified when he was alive. And he also said that, you know what I'm saying, that George Bush, you know what I'm saying, and a lot of other people within the fucking government and system regime wanted hip-hop rappers like him dead because they knew too much of the truth, and also that George Bush was probably gonna plot to kill him, etc., etc. And the reason why I put this picture on is because the industry uses one method to control every rapper, every artist, every singer, and everybody that's within the industry of whatever platform that they crafted in. Drugs, and scissors, and pills, and Percocets, and Mollies, and you name it. The list goes on and on and on and on. Just like this young brother right here. The young brother is blowing up, but one day he's gonna have to sacrifice something. What is it that he has to sacrifice? When he finds out, we will all find out. Because maybe he'll commit suicide, or maybe he'll end up in the hospital, or probably he'll be like 6ix9ine and paint his motherfucking hair and go fucking berserk himself, just like Kanye West did. You see, these are, you know, rappers now that are coming out. They doing their own thing. They doing their own videos. They edit their own videos from their own crib. You understand what I'm saying? And the reason why I think these young brothers are doing this is because they want no part of the system. They want no part of the industry. But sooner or later, the industry is going to come at them with a deal, depending on how many people see them, how many views they get, how many shares that they get, and how many likes they get. And from there, it will go on and on and on. You see, once again, this is the man that is making these people a whole lot of fucking money. They are going to protect this man at whatever cost. This man will never see prison. This man will never see a case. This man will never see court. This man will never see a day in the penitentiary. And the reason why, because he is the money maker. He is the box maker. He is the fucking... He's the motherfucking money regulator right now. And these are new artists, as I say, you know what I'm saying? They're coming up, they're doing their things, and the only thing that you see these new artists do is just talk about their bling bling and their money and their watch and what they got, what bitches they got, what cars they got, instead of talking about building communities, building lands, building jobs, building warehouses. No, they don't talk about that. What they're talking about is the dream that they're living, but they're living that dream at the expense of the same motherfucker that is killing you, at the same motherfucker that is doing you dirty, at the same motherfucker that is making sure that you kill your own brother and you disrespect your own brother and you shoot your own brother and you percolate at your own brother. Basically, it's like making one brother to the next brother evaporate into extinction. And that's exactly what they want. Do you think these big elites want blacks and Latins to be in this world? No, the fuck they don't. They hate us. So, you know what they said? If we cannot beat them the way we want to beat them, we'll just make them beat themselves. We'll leave them there. We'll move all of our people way up more to the suburbs, and we'll just keep them doing what the fuck they do. And what the fuck they doing is savage, and they're gonna end up killing themselves at whatever cost, because money is the rule of all evil. So if we keep on supplying them with this, they're going to take it and run with it, and they know that one brother's gonna get jealous at the next brother brother's gonna get jealous at the next brother. Look what happened to this young man right here. You don't hear from this man much. You don't hear from his music much. You don't even see him or hear him on tour or on concerts, because this young man decided to do his own thing. He was like, fuck that. If I have to go through all these things just to be a rapper and to live my dream, I'd rather just do my own fucking shit. But you know what? He already knows what time it is. So basically, he's just a local rapper now. Real shit. This brother right here was kicking ass for almost a year and a half. With his homosexuality, his way of dressing, his mumbling way of music that people feel fanatic to, and the beats are fucking raw. I am not gonna lie about that. But at the ending of the day, he ended up getting fucked as well. But he's still doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? And baby's still paying him his money, because he knows that Young Thug ain't the one to be fucked up about his money. Once again, trust nobody. Nobody. I mean absolutely nobody. Trust yourself. And try to keep much of your entourage close, but don't put too much trust in them either, because it might be your last time. Look what happened to 6ix9ine for putting his trust into all these boys. The same people that were supposed to protect him, they ended up robbing him. And that's why Treadway now is not in the, it's not in the 6ix9ine team no more. He's gone, he's through. I'm telling you. And back to these motherfuckers when I say this. These are the people that control it all. These are the people that manipulate it all, that lie through it all, that fuck up your life through it all, and make your life a living motherfucking hell. Do not ever forget that I told you this. Do not ever forget that I enlightened you on this. Do not ever forget that if your daughter or if your son ever is to grow up and wants to become a rapper, wants to become a singer, wants to become an actor, wants to become somebody great and important, these are the people that are going to follow him. These are the people that are going to creep up on him. These are the people that is going to make his or her life a living hell. Believe me. You don't want your kids being stuck and involved with these fucking monsters, because they will terrorize and they will kill everything of happiness and joy that your son and daughter have. No bullshit. We need to stand up, and we need to fight, and we need to take back what belongs to us. Until then, it'll be these motherfuckers that will rule it for the rest of the fucking human life and human civilization. It's time to wake up. I love y'all. There's your boy Jaloso. It's time to wake up, y'all. If y'all know what I'm talking about, it's real niggas against fake niggas and against the fucking corporation who's corrupted. Peace.